Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. It's the first day of spring. Kick it off. This is a quote by Kobe Yamada. Believe in the magic of tomorrow, and your spirits will be lifted on the wings of hope. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 168, Nasdaq up 34, S&P's up 17, gold contract up $13.30, trading at $1,182 an ounce. Silver up 61 cents at $16.72 an ounce. Platinum up 14 at $1,138 an ounce. Copper, big move on copper, up 10 pennies at $2.77 a pound. Light sweet crude up 78 cents at $46.32 a barrel. Bonds, the ever-ready bond market, 10-year up 16 ticks, 128.23. 30-year up 1 point and 3 ticks at 164.09. And we're going to get a new name for King Dollar. King Dollar. Down 1,400 ticks at 98.16. Euro up 149 at 108, and the yen up down 69 at 120.09. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? If we bring up the SPY first, what you're going to see is this, folks. Now, we get divergence. This is good divergence out here, too. It's a real trip. So, SPY out here today traded to 211.02. The high that was generated on Wednesday was 211.27. You had volume out here of 152 million. On Wednesday, you had volume of 228. That being said, the NYSE did some real juice. So what I expect you're going to see, whether it's Monday or Tuesday, it's going to try to get into the high of 211.22. That being said, I suspect it's not going to be able to handle that level. Why? Well, let's go over the NDX 100. And this is where the divergence is out here in spades all over the place, too, because watch how this shakes out. The NDX 100, the Qs, did 28 million shares. The 28 million was coming into the 40 million that was generated on Wednesday. The high of the Qs is 109.42. With what? With 22 million shares. That also, I suspect, is going to get tested. What happens is this. When you come up to highs, and we were pushing, no doubt, with volume on Wednesday, what you're going to have is that when we look at the correlation inside a weekly, you're pushing the high with volume. So in the weekly, it's saying, hey, that's going to go, it's going to get tested. They both want to get tested. The Nasdaq Composite, now when you look at the composite, what the composite did, the composite absolutely blew away its high with volume. The composite did 2.6 billion shares. We're at 5026, 5008 was the high that was up there. Bottom line, what is that all about? Well, the IBB was on a tear out here. The IBB ended up actually down, which is, well, actually it was up $1. The IBB had been up to 374, but that also has volume. That's going to get tested once again. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold had the wide price spread, accelerated volume out here. What you're going to see with gold is this. This was the first week that we actually had buyers inside the gold market. What we have had for quite a while on the whole way down is that we didn't have sellers. It was drifting down. The last day we had sellers, folks, was on March 6th. March 6th, the gold contract went from a price point of $12.01 to $11.64. It drifted all the way down to $11.42. They kept pressing it on the way down. No sellers. Bottom line, what do we get on Wednesday? Wednesday, you get the wide price spread, accelerated volume, yet it didn't hold price. We went to $11.75 and ended up closing at $11.52. You got the follow-through today, and we got it with some really nice juice behind it. The gold contract itself closed out at, let me get this, GC. The gold contract closed out at 1182 and 30. This contract right here is setting up, and there's a little divergence between gold and silver. And what it is this. I can make the case that gold wants to go to the 1222. I can't make the case yet that it wants to go to the 1300, which is the high generated on the 22nd of January. The reason being is that it's going to need another wide price spread accelerated volume. To me it is, anyway. Silver, and this is really positive for the metals market in general. Silver had a heck of a day out here today. Silver absolutely wants to basically get up into those highs that were generated out here in January. Silver today was on a tear. It broke everything, meaning that it broke that downtrend. That's really positive for the gold and silver equities. Whether you're looking at the XAU, the HUI, they both moved with volume. Now, let's go over to the King Dollar. So King Dollar, folks, as we had been talking for quite a bit of time here, King Dollar did a 1 to 2 ABC structure on the way up. Now, when you do an ABC structure, whether it's down or up, and you do more than a 1 to 1.618, it's an immediate change of trend. And, you know, these immediate changes of trend, it's like, okay, do you come in 5 days, in a week? This one came in 2 days.
Well, the only thing I can think about is the move from below all the way up, since it really started rolling about at 84, was the Prechter thing, which is the rule of alternation. If it goes up smooth and in line, then you get that wicked, rapid, violent trading. If it was smooth on the way up, then you go and you get something a little bit different out here. We certainly have gotten that whippy, choppy trading in the dollar that, like you said, it's been a long time since you've had any kind of whipsaw like that. You probably lost all your hair if you're a big Forex trader this week.
Oh, you wouldn't want it. Well, you know, what I've seen is this, is that when an ABC structure does more than 1 to 1.618, it's always a change of trend.
And which one were you looking at? I was looking at the one that ended at 98.50 and extended.
No, this is I put it up right here.
Okay.
It started in 2011. It's a monthly ABC structure on the way up. The monthly ABC structure, that's what we're talking, folks, okay? And it did it in spades. It extended itself. You know, I'd been looking at the daily, but then all of a sudden I realized that, oh my God, hold it, this is a monthly ABC.
Yeah.
Now, what happens with a reversal and when it does more than a 1 to 1.618, let me tell you something. They're always hard to buy or sell. The market in 2007 and 6 did a 1 to 1.618 and way down. And I remember being here like, oh man, now that took about 7 to 10 days to come in. This one came in immediately. Bottom line, what you're going to see is this. Dollar index right now is at 98.17. The spike down was 94.76. It's going to make a run down there. What I do expect you're going to see is a much larger change of trend. When you do these, you change trend for a long period of time. So we'll see where that dollar ends up going. Bonds, we take a look at the bond market. What we have with bonds, we'll take a look at the TLT. Bottom line, bonds once again want higher price. This bond market is just not over. TLT right now is at 130, 151. You're pressing on a weekly basis, and you're pressing highs. You're pressing into the downdraft, and you're pressing in once again with more volume, which is just amazing. But bottom line, the high in the TLT is 138.50. What we did this week, we did 41 million. Yeah, we did 41 million shares, and you're going against 43 million. That's a market that's going to want higher highs. And what that sets up, folks, is this. That's setting up that the Fed is not going to go up on rates. They took the sustained patient out. They took the patient out of their statement. But the way that this market is trading right now, it looks like there's going to be free money for quite a while. The 10-year is trading at 1.922 right now. If you need a mortgage, go get it. Because the bottom line is that you can write a 30-year mortgage at about 3.8, 3.85. And that is one absolute fabulous number. So when all said and done, next week, what do I expect out here? What you're going to see next week, let me just see something. This will be interesting to see if everyone's buying the same stock. That's getting close. The trend was running at 7.5, which is not the end of the world. And if we look at the tick index, that wasn't... this is really cool. Between the tick and the trend, it's people, bottom line, the fear wasn't out there, the greed wasn't out there. This is Tom O'Brien, this is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back when I'm at Mr. Dave White, talking technology. Dow Industrials finished up 178, 168. Nasdaq up 34, S&P's up 18. We're going to be right back.